Well, it's taken a hell of a time to get here,
I've listened to the album on repeat for so many years.
but finally, hell
We've been waiting 5 years for this.
has arrived in London's West End.
Like, I raced so fast to get a ticket.
And bloody hell,
So I've been waiting so long to finally see it, and
It's here.
the hell of Hadestown is still hellishly good.
Welcome to Hadestown.
If you don't already know it, Hadestown is a rather difficult sell on paper. At its heart is Greek mythology, the love story of Orpheus the poet and Eurydice, his muse. Playing a key part in their tragic downfall is god of the underworld, Hades, with his temper only slightly metered by his wife, goddess of spring, Persephone. It's wrapped up in an almost entirely sang through jazzy, bluesy score, which maintains a consistency to an array of songs from the workers' chant to the languishing lament. In the era of the jukebox musical, it's rather refreshingly old school to see a show whose every number is instantly recognisable from being from it. It's a little Lloyd Webber-esque. And it's all performed with the intimacy of watching a live gig, a small secret show that only a few people know about. Now, as I said, a Greek tragedy-inspired jazz gig may not have you rushing for a browser to pull up Ticketmaster. But when the show first appeared in London at the National Theatre's Olivier stage, it was impossible not to get caught up with the energy and excitement.
Why is it so hot down here?
It was almost rebellious.
Think of it as my desire.
Once seen, any thoughts of these being odd bedfellows
I'm coming, wait for me.
this was quickly diminished.
I'm coming.
Getting under your skin. Cabin fever is setting in. You're stuck crazy, stuck in a rut.
It may play a part in explaining the epic journey
You could use a little bit behind.
that its creator, Anais Mitchell, has taken. When it did open at the National, since the initial idea to concept album to this final pre-Broadway production, it's already been 12 years. That was 2018. It's been half as long again until the expected West End transfer has finally happened. No doubt a global pandemic had its impact here, but it may also be possible that Broadway finally realised what it had and didn't want to share. America certainly seemed to wake up to the fact that Hadestown was a fresh new musical that already felt like a classic. The Broadway production picked up 8 of its 14 Tony nominations and bagged another 13 major gongs along the way.
Why do we build the wall? My children, why do we build the wall?
6 years is rather a long time.
We build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
How does the wall keep us free? My children,
My children, how does the wall keep us free?
That means our memories of the last time the show was in London have the benefit of a halcyon. However, this new production lacks some of the jaw-dropping impact of the original. Now, some of that's down to timing. In 2018, we were into the first year of Trump's presidency, and parallels between what was going on and the devilish Hades and his desire to build a wall
We're going to build a wall. It's going to be built.
were not purposeful, but nonetheless unmissable.
It's not even a difficult thing to do.
But the original cast also contained some stellar individual performances. Andre de Shields' shoe-shuffling Hermes was a hypnotising wonder. Amber Gray's Persephone was all fire as she brought the summer to the earth.
Little songbird.
And of course the rich, dark, chocolatey voice of Patrick Page as Hades made you immediately want to sell your soul to his devil.
When pop.
At the time I said it was casting so good that you worry for the next production. Whilst the performances here are strong across the board, don't get me wrong, there are none of those very rare, stuck in your memory forever moments. But it's a phenomenally high, almost unreachable bar. And it's to their credit that this cast really want to make the show their own version, rather than try and create a Disney-esque carbon copy. As our story's narrator enters the show, the now female Hermes is a clear sign of this intention. Melanie LeBarry is less Le Shields' smooth operator, more full-on diva. It mustn't be a note of her impressive range that doesn't get airtime here. She places Hermes at the very core of the show, less recounting a myth, more controlling the strings of the puppets of her tale. That the Earth side of the setting visually resembles a New Orleans speakeasy. Its actual location is non-specific, intentionally. This is bolstered by elite characters perform in their natural accents. It adds a depth of realism to characters who are as far away from reality as Greek mythology will dictate. So the glassy-eyed, hopeless, sometimes punchable Orpheus is more romantic and pensive, given the Irish voice of Donal Finn. So the forced falsetto that his numbers require still make these the skippable numbers for me. The flat vowel sounds of Grace Hodgett Young's natural Midlands accent make her Eurydice much more grounded and self-aware, given more of a character than the winsome and fragile creature that we're used to seeing portrayed. The rest of the cast reflect this melting pot of individuality. And the appeal of the show is strengthened by this, what seems a proactive inclusivity. It's in the chorus who are Ziploc tight and seem much larger than their number 5. 2 less than at the National. And the Fates, Bella Brown, Madeline Charlemagne, and Annie Daniel, mythologically thought to look practically identical, are intentionally not here. It makes their symbiosis even more eerie as they slink around the stage like three parts to one amorphous whole. This individuality is reflected in the show's most ardent fans, many of whom were at press night, making it a much younger and more gender-fluid crowd than usual. In 2018, Hadestown was already building a covert groundswell of fervent fandom. The numbers may have grown with the awards and plaudits, but they maintain an intensity of ownership. The intimacy this creates between the cast, audience and the audience themselves very much suits the cosy lyric, which I imagine the show will call its home for a number of years yet. Go to see the show alone and you're almost guaranteed to make a friend with the person next to you. It may have been 20 years in the making so far. But Hadestown still feels as fresh as a work in progress, which I mean in a very positive way. It doesn't feel unfinished, it feels as though it's constantly evolving, not with the addition of new songs or new settings, but as though each new cast is giving it a rebirth. Hadestown still exudes that energy of youth, but now has the confidence of knowing that this ain't no flash in the pan. To paraphrase Hermes' closing number, as I said at the beginning, it's a sad song. But we're going to sing it again and again and again. Thank God they're now singing it in Leeds West End. Or rather, thank Hades.
We're going to sing it again.